Hey there, how's it going? Easter's right around the corner. Time sure is flying. So that kind of got me in the mood to kind of hit upon the Easter subject, but probably not in the way you expect. I found myself being a very spiritual person. I was born and raised as a Methodist, but I would not say I follow that ideology now. I have kind of grown away from the organized religion of Christianity, but that has not changed my faith. In fact, my faith has gotten stronger. But I follow, or I should say, I don't like following the orthodoxy of organized religion. And there's many reasons for that. I would have to say the main reasons, there's lots of nonsensical stuff, and also that I find religion, organized religion, at least here in the United States, has really turned into a feel-good session once or twice a week. And it's all about feelings. You might as well say it's a Tim Robbins type thing, and there's nothing wrong with that. There is a benefit to that, but it is not spiritual, and that's what Christianity is all about. I've noticed a lot lately of these commercials that you see depicting Jesus and in his a certain version of his teachings. And I'm going to use one representation of how I feel this is misguiding, and it's also misguiding on purpose. The overall lesson of the teachings of Jesus is love, right? That's the main thing here, love. And yes, love is a very huge component of it. I liken Jesus almost like a parent, you know. You love your children unconditionally, but that does not mean you don't correct your children. And the reason for correction is to make them better adults, to make better choices when they're adults. And lots of times that takes being tough. But you're tough because you care. If you didn't care, you would let them do whatever. So here's an example of that. So say I have a toddler, or maybe even over. Let's say it's a 6-year-old. And there's a 4-lane highway out in front of the house. Now, that toddler goes and runs out in the road. It sees something. Let's say it's seen a cute little bunny rabbit. All right, so the toddler wants to run out in the road and catch that little bunny rabbit. Now, as a parent, should I say, well, he wanted to go see the cute little bunny rabbit, so I'm going to let him go get it? Or do I teach him not to go out on the road? And if the child does not listen, the consequences get tougher because I care, because I don't want anything to happen, because I don't want the child to die to get hit by a vehicle. You know what I mean? So it depends on the amount of defiance, depends on what the consequences are. Typical parenting 101, right? So here's my thing. These new commercials I've seen, I think I was around football season or something. You know, they talk about the love, but they don't talk about the sin. Jesus loves us as we love all of our children, right? But he does not love the sin. He does not like the things that we do that goes against his teachings, right? Example, let's use one that I know 99% of the people know. prostitute that was getting stoned, right? So she broke the law, and they were about to stone this woman. Everybody knows the story, and that Jesus comes up, and they question him about the law, and he goes, "I tell you what." Of course, I'm paraphrasing. I don't know word for word, but I'm paraphrasing, right? So pretty much, sure, you can stone her. Tell you what, any of you that have never sinned, have never done anything wrong, you can cast the first stone. So of course, everybody looks at each other, because who among us is perfect? No one, right? Now, why did he stop them? Right? And then he turned to her, right? He loved all of them. He's trying to teach them, the ones who wanted to stone her, a lesson. Let's not judge too harshly here. None of you are perfect. But there's also another component to it. Now, what did he tell the woman? Now, what you see today, they don't even focus on what he then tells the woman. In fact, according to today, you would think that Jesus say, "All right," everybody goes. He turns to the woman and says, here's $20. I'll see you Tuesday. Wink, wink. No, he turned to the woman and said, "Now go and sin no more." Now, to me, that's the most important part of the lesson, right? Yes, he loves her, but he gives her a strict instruction. Sin no more. And that is totally left out nowadays, right? It's all about love. It's all about feeling good. Yes, it is about love, but there's another component that they're completely missing. Stop the damn sinning. You'll get nowhere in life if you keep doing things that are going to be harmful to you. That's the whole lesson. So, going into this Easter season, think about his lessons. His lessons. Think about Christianity, what's considered sin and not sin. Okay? And then think of what Jesus said to her. Go and sin no more. Now, we're not all perfect. We all fall short of the grace of God. But it's the intent behind it. Right? Are you sinning on purpose? Or are you trying to make yourself a better person along the way? That makes a big difference. So that's my little spiel around Easter time. Yes, Jesus loves us. He loves us all. And he wants us to become better people. And don't forget the most important thing. He tells us to go and sin no more. And try to be better people. That's it for today. Talk to you later.